Well, good afternoon. It is an honor and privilege to serve you in hopes that I have some words of encouragement, inspiration, or words of hope to help you along the way. And one of the things I want to touch on is that after having a meeting today with a team of individuals that are looking to enhance their development and their performance, one of the things that really stuck out for me when listening to them was the fact that people have a hard time really addressing the root cause of an issue, a problem, or a challenge. And what we're seeing is that there are some groups of people who tend to want to find ways how to find the weakest link in a team dynamics and allow that person who is providing a service to feel that they're doing well with them, when in actuality there's a lot of manipulation happening, and the manipulation is covered up by allowing an illness or a diagnosis to then condition the worker or someone in there who's providing a service or support to make them feel sorry for them. And then when they feel sorry for them, the person who is going through a challenge tends to manipulate it without wanting to address the root cause. We also see that there's people who act as if they're doing more of a job on something that they're not doing, and they tend to be the weakest link of a team dynamics because they want to make an appearance be something that it's not. And what I'm really coming to grips with right now is realizing that we need to have an understanding that, like, take for example like an onion. When you peel an onion and you peel an onion and peel an onion, eventually tears are gonna flow because the onions make us cry. Sometimes when we go through life, we have to make ourselves cry or go through painful situations to address a trauma, a root cause of a significant life event that is holding us back from maximizing our potential. We have to be like onions sometimes. We gotta strip away some of the unwanted skin that we have so that we can get to the authentic selves of who we are, but we can't do that by doing a half-assed attempt on stripping away layers. We gotta strip away layers in our professional settings. We gotta strip away layers in our personal life. We gotta strip away layers if we're dealing with a challenge or if we're dealing with a unique situation that is holding us back mentally, physically, and emotionally. This is all encompassing a job that needs to be done in every area of our life, because as we see the world right now, the world is adding so many other layers to us that most people are accepting it and they're not stripping it away because it's too much work, or you don't want to identify that it's a real issue, or I'm gonna make the excuse, I'm gonna try to strip it away, but I'm not gonna do anything about it. And realistically, we live in that culture of not wanting to do anything about it. We don't want to do anything because we want somebody else to do it for you. And let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, we all need encouragement, which I agree. We all need support, which I agree. We all need someone who is there to make us feel safe. I understand that. But 80% of it is going to come from the person taking action to really demonstrate if they really want us to change with a solution. And 20% is going to come from outside of that person. So it's an internal battle. It's an internal battle where you take 80% of your motivation, resiliency, courage, faith, optimism, and all those determination qualities that are there to make us stand tall and strong. It takes 80% of that, which is internal, to come from the individual, and 20% to come from the external, which can be the supports, the person who is encouraging you. It could be a counselor, a therapist, it could be a doctor, it could be medication, I don't know. But that's what we need to really start to emphasize in our culture today, because we're allowing people to get away with too much by allowing them to feel that 80% should come from outside of them and 20% should only come from their internal value system. And that is creating what I call a victimization mentality of an individual, a lazy culture, a culture that feels that they don't need to do anything about themselves to change, because realistically there's too many systems in place to keep us staying down and make it normal to stay down. So I'm going to encourage everybody out there to look at their state as an onion and look at their situation as an onion. How much skin have you peeled away so far? What process are you at? Have you stopped? Have you even started? Or if you are continuing, what is it like for you? What are you noticing? What are you seeing as positive attributes of taking away the layers? And when you start taking away the layers on a day-to-day basis, week-to-week basis, month-to-month basis, year-to-year basis, you're going to become something great. Take the time to be like an onion. Strip it away.